welcome back to Fethiye.
When I was a young lad, many years ago, if my shoes were worn out, my dad would have taken me to a cobbler's shop. Unfortunately, in the UK nowadays, and in many other countries throughout Europe, you'd have trouble finding a cobbler's shop in any of the towns. But here in Turkey, these sort of traditions are thriving.
So now we've got our boots repaired, let's go hiking.
So this is the start of the Lycian Way. It's a hiking route which is 335 miles long, all the way from Fethiye to Antalya. It's a beautiful route that was originally the idea of Kate Clow. She wrote a book about the Lycian Way, which you can get online from Amazon. And I knew Kate personally. She went on to write several other books. One of them, other ones that became quite famous, was the St. Paul's Trail, which is going inland from Antalya. This route takes, I'm not quite sure, I know somebody who's done it in 40 days, but certainly you can do the first part of the route, which is to Faralya, in about 5 hours. And then there is a bus back, you can get a bus back. So from Montana Pine Resort Hotel is the main start. Although some people do actually follow an added on route which goes out of Fethiye, which brings you up here through the ghost town of Kaya. And there you can see in the background, I don't know if you can see that, that's Ola Denise in the background. Some of the sections are quite steep and rugged. Be prepared for that. It's not an easy hiking route, by no means. There are some campsites as well, and there are regions where there's not much at all, and you need to come prepared. Beware of the snakes and the scorpions, but you find that all over Europe, so for seasoned hikers it's nothing unusual. But it is a beautiful track. Make sure you wear good boots, have plenty of drinking water with you. There's lots of accommodation on the way, but it is a good idea to book accommodation in advance.
The first part of the route to Faralya takes you through some stunning scenery, overlooking the sea in some places, through rural villages, pine forests, all at the foothills of Bobadar, the Father Mountain. It's well marked, and there's some watering holes en route, which can be quite handy. And even a small village cafe serving tea and such burek in the tourist season. If you're walking in June through the summer till September, you really need to start early to miss the scorching midday heat. Even be lucky enough to see a bit of wildlife on the way.
Make sure you got plenty of suntan lotion on as well, because people like me with fair skin, we get burnt to a cinder.
When you get to Faralya, it's a real maze of guest houses, pensions and little hotels. Although camping is the cheapest, if not free.
So last night we stayed in Faralya on the Lycian Way at the pension, which is called Montenegro. It's a boutique hotel actually. And we met some people actually that are under the conception that they could get down to Butterfly Valley, because Faralya is above Butterfly Valley. Unfortunately, it's a really dangerous trek down and you need ropes, you really need climbing gear. And there's been a lot of accidents, in fact there was one yesterday.
The best way to get to Butterfly Valley is on a boat trip from Ulladanis.
Off outside Faralya on the way to Kabak, there's a turn-off right which goes down and takes the coastal route. It's a bit longer than the route going over the plateau, so but we prefer that and it's a nicer view. Yes, so many birds on this route, it's amazing. Not an obvious track going the seaside route.
So when you arrive at Kabak after your grueling walk, you're bombarded with signs for guest houses and pensions and campsites. Like Faralya, it has a broad spectrum of accommodation. When you see the turquoisey colour from the cove, you just get this irresistible feeling that you've got to get down there.
This old track is the fastest way down to Kabak, to the beach. It's a bit on the steep side though.
And just when you think you have to walk back up the hill to your guest house, someone tells you there's a bus for a few lira. What a bit of luck.
Hey, this is only a few lira as well. For me, 6 hours walking every day, it's not much of a holiday. So do enjoy some of the hotels, because some of the hotels, guest houses, motels, whatever you want to call them, they've got some nice facilities, nice swimming pools, and it's a shame to be there just for the night and then leave in the morning without the breakfast. So yeah, for me, I prefer to have a day off occasionally and just have a walk about.